Hello there and welcome to Inquiring Minds. My name is Doug and I'm back with today's fountain pen review, the new Hongdian N12 acrylic piston filler. I reviewed my first Hongdian pen just over 3 years ago, and the company has been making an incredible number of models since then. And 99% of the ones I've seen have been solidly built, affordable pens. One of the main differences I've seen between Hongdian and Moonman Majon is how Hongdian has steadfastly avoided the direct copying of classic fountain pens.
Dearest Augustine, I do hope this latest damp has not aggravated your gray lung. Dip, 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 dip.
Hongdian will design a pen with an homage to a style of a particular pen, like the M1 pocket pen in the style of a Kaweco AL Sport, but they give it a unique look and feel. The Moonman Majon M800 is difficult to distinguish from the Leonardo Momento Zero they are copying. This new model N12 acrylic piston filler from Hongdian is in keeping with that same ethic to create a pen that evokes the look and feel of the Pelikan M800 piston filler, but has a unique Hongdian design baked into it. Since I consider the Pelikan M800 to be the best fountain pen in my collection, I was interested in putting this excellent new fountain pen from Hongdian into a head-to-head comparison with it. So let's take a look right now. And yet another bag o' pens. Let's see what's inside. And this one is a Hongdian N12 in a crushed ice deep blue, that Hongdian clip and crest. It's slightly different on this one. Nice long section, very nice nib. That lotus flower kind of pattern on it. It says 35. That's the length of the nib, I think. Fine. And of course this is a piston filler, but there's no ink window. But that's an interesting Pelikan-like piston filler. I will show the parts and features of this pen, some size comparisons and measurements, and then provide a writing sample. And then I'll talk about what I like and what I don't like so much about this fountain pen. But my main interest is in seeing how my all-time favorite fountain pen, the Pelikan M800, compares to the N12. Here is my Pelikan M800 alongside the N12. They are pretty much the same length. The M800 is a couple of millimeters longer due to its domed top and bottom finials. And they are the same thickness, but the Hongdian is 4 grams lighter, probably because of the brass piston mechanism in the M800. The clip on the Hongdian has a vague shape of the Pelikan beak at the top, but then tapers down smoothly with no upturned tip. The top finial of the N12 doesn't even hint at the souverain crown on the Pelikan, and the Hongdian opts for one thin cap band with LT Hongdian on the front and N12 on the back. And there's only one gold ring separating the piston knob from the rest of the body on the N12, where the Pelikan M800 has 2. The M800 sports 24 karat gold plating, and there's no indication of what the gold content of the N12 is. The N12 opens with 1 1/4 turns, whereas the Pelikan opens with 1 full turn. The sections are very much the same except for the length of the N12. If you chop the N12 off where the M800 ends, they'd be very similar. They are both number 6 size nibs, but of course the Pelikan is a two-tone 18 karat gold with rhodium plating and has an ebonite feed. The N12 nib is gold-plated steel and has a black plastic feed. Both pens have unscrewable nib units and both do not have ink windows. Although the M800 is semi-transparent through these body stripes, if you look carefully, you can see your ink levels. Unfortunately, Pelikan has removed this feature from the new Sovereign pens. The Pelikan is celluloid acetate, whereas the Hongdian is turned acrylic, and the sections do not unscrew. And both pens post. The Pelikan posts beautifully and is so well designed and engineered, it's a joy to post, and the pen is exquisitely balanced, both posted and unposted in the hand. The N12 also posts deeply and securely and has a nice balance to it as well. And both pens are identical in length when posted. Unposted, the M800 is a little heftier in the hand than the N12, being a full 5 grams heavier unposted. And the M800's transition from the section to the barrel is smoother than the N12. I bought this pen from Sally's Easy Buy shop on Etsy, where it sells for $30 US. The N12 is available with either extra fine or fine nibs and comes in 5 colors: orange, blue, red, green, and purple. The Pelikan M800 retails for around $650 US and comes in 4 basic colors: blue, red, green, and black. Now let's look at some size comparisons. And here is the Hongdian N12 acrylic piston filler with a Hongdian N1S acrylic piston filler, a Pelikan M800 Violin piston filler, an Asvine P20 piston filler, and a Delta DV 2.0 premium piston filler. Now let's look at them posted. And here they are posted. You can see that they all have some kind of ink viewing system other than the N12. The N1S, the P20, and the DV2 all have ink windows, and the Pelikan has the ink view system through the transparent stripes of the body. Now let's look at them posted. They all post reasonably well, the N1S and the Pelikan M800 being the best at posting. Now let's look at some measurements, and I'll be back with a writing sample. And we're back with the writing portion of the review. This is Clairefontaine 90 GSM paper, and this is the Hongdian N12 piston filler, and it has a number 6 size steel fine nib. Let's check the wetness. It's nicely wet and nicely smooth. I gotta tell you that these Hongdians lately, this new generation of Hongdian steel nibs, number 6 size steel nibs anyway, are really delightful. And I can't get over how wonderful this new batch of Hongdian number 6 size steel nibs are. They're pleasant and smooth and a little bouncy right out of the box with no issues whatsoever. And the ink today is the only ink I put in my Pelikan M800, and that is Iroshizuku asa-gao. In Japanese, that means morning glory. It's a beautiful, bright blue ink. And as to line variation, well, there's a little that you can squeeze out of this nib, but what's really nice is this bounce. Look at this. This is the 3rd or 4th Hongdian number 6 size steel nib that I reviewed recently, and they're all this nice and bouncy. And the line this nib makes is 0.4 millimeters, which makes it a Western extra fine or a Japanese fine on my Richard Binder line width chart, which you can find linked in the description below. And for our quote: and for some reverse writing, it's a little bit scratchy, a little bit, but very thin and much, much drier, but it does it. And for some quick writing, no issues whatsoever. It's a nice, wet, juicy nib. So what do I like and what do I not like about this fountain pen? And perhaps more importantly, how does the Hongdian N12 stack up against the Pelikan M800? Well, the Pelikan need not worry about the Hongdian N12. So please don't sue them and force them to change their name to Hogwarts or something awful like that.
Not like when I went to Hogwarts.
Slytherin. Hufflepuff. Housing for registered sex offenders.
Ah.
The Hongdian N12 is a well-built, well-designed fountain pen that writes beautifully out of the box for a very affordable price of $30 US. Is it a match for my Pelikan M800? Well, in a word, no. The Pelikan M800 is simply the best fountain pen that I've ever owned. And why that is cannot be answered with video images or empirical measurements. It's a visceral thing. It's a touch and feel kind of thing. The way this medium 18 karat gold feels on the page, the way it instantly improves my handwriting, the way it feels in my hand, not just the balance, although that's a lot of it, but how soft and warm this celluloid acetate feels. Celluloid just feels smoother and softer than acrylic. I doubt it's something that you can measure. Is the Pelikan M800 worth $620 more than the Hongdian N12? Well, absolutely. I wouldn't say that about the Mont Blanc 149 because I can feel the same difference between the 149 and my M800. The M800 feels like celluloid and the 149 feels like plastic, regardless of how precious it is. And regardless of the comparisons, the Hongdian N12 is the best piston filler I've experienced from Hongdian. I've only had 3 others from Hongdian that weren't metal: the N1S, the N6, and the N7. The N12 is similar in size and shape to the Pelikan M800, and as such, it's a perfect fit for my hand. They should add an ink window to the pen like they did on the N1S, which I find a little too small and a little too lightweight for me. The ink window is nice, but the previous generation of steel nibs were no comparison to these beautiful number 6 size steel Hongdian nibs. Kudos, Hongdian. Add an ink window to this pen and you'll be on my nice list for 2024. And there you have it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to get instant notifications whenever a new video is posted. And you can join as a member of my channel for only 99 cents a month, and I guarantee I'll answer your comments in the comment section, and you'll get cool emojis, badges, and sneak peek unboxing videos as well. And YouTube has a new perk available to members only. And that is, you'll get to view the video first. As soon as I upload it to YouTube, members only will get to view the videos before they go up publicly at their scheduled times. So there's another perk for you members. Thank you very much for your support. And that just leaves it for me to say, thank you for watching. And that's all she wrote.
I made this.